How long ago was it that you came back to your AMC family? Was that a year and a half?
Ago.
Just a year ago.
December was a year.
Okay, okay.
We resigned in December.
And the first time you were with AMC was
2003.
2003. And at that time, your practice did well too, didn't it?
I was new in practice, not a right start, but new in practice. So, I realized with every new patient, I just didn't know how to keep them.
Okay.
So we went in and got all the CER down and continued to grow from there.
That sounds familiar. I did the same thing and then got to the end of that agreement and I was like, I can do this myself. I don't need AMC.
Yep, I got it.
Same thing. Yep. So you went on your own way.
Mm-hmm.
And at what point did you start thinking maybe I need to reach back out to AMC?
I'll tell you what actually really happened was we were doing pretty well, and I would say that it was maybe 2012. What happened was I probably had a staff member that kind of was challenging me a little bit more, where we were growing, but I wasn't in charge anymore, and I knew that if we got back to AMC, we could do a lot more with attitude. So we actually did, and as valuable as she was holding me back. So after we came back to our first boot camp, she quit and we doubled.
So you came back for staffing issues and getting that under control rather than any of the rest of it.
Yeah, well, I knew we could do more. And with her, if she could stay with me and we could continue to grow together, or we had to grow apart, and that's what happened.
Yeah. And it turned out really well.
It did. Actually, she even helped me train the next person. We had a great relationship. We just weren't going the same direction.
Okay. So tell me about where the practice is now compared to when you came back.
We just came back last year in December. And at that point, again, doing okay. But I brought in a new associate, and I knew that if we were going to bring in a new associate, that we had to do things right again.
Right.
It's easier for me to help other people than myself, maybe sometimes.
Okay, yep.
So I knew that there were procedures and protocols that I could tell you that we should be doing, but it's much better for them to come from a knowledge of a background of why we're doing what we're doing.
Right.
So I'm not the best, we'll say, coach. So I like everyone to be coached the right direction.
There you go. And then the boot camps, of course.
Yeah, it says why we do it.
Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely. So just off the top of your head, what were like a collections number or a patient visit number in December or a year ago, December, compared to now?
We went from 18 with 2 of us to I just hit over 30 with just me.
So 18,000 collections to over 30,000 collections in a year, less than a year and a half.
With just one doctor.
With just one doctor. That's outstanding. So it was a worthy investment to come back to the AMC family.
It always is.
Okay, so one more question. If somebody's thinking about coming back, but they can't decide, do I want to do that or not, what would you tell them?
Well, I would tell them to talk to Dr. Miller.
Okay.
He's always pretty patient with, I guess that's what's really helpful to me is the way, sometimes you just talk to me the way I need to be talked to. Sometimes it takes a minute to make the decision. For one reason or another, you've got some sort of fear holding you back. Everybody has an irrational fear, but the truth is if you just want to get better, and what I wanted was maybe more time management.
Okay.
I needed more time. I needed more time with my kids. And because I needed this, practice wasn't fun anymore. So I feel like you heard what I had to say, and that I actually can do a whole lot more work in maybe the same or less time, a lot less effort teaching my staff why we're doing what we're doing. So we kind of just keep pushing forward. And I just don't know why we all wouldn't want a network that helped to make us more efficient and successful while we're doing it.
That's great.
Again, it's my 3rd time with AMC, but I feel like it's family.
Yeah, no, it really is. And I can say that on a phone call talking to somebody that it's the AMC family, but until you're here and you actually experience what that means, it just never quite clicks. But I appreciate that. I really, really do. And
no, I appreciate that. You always take me back.
And we always will.